All right, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Steve Sleepy, and today we're doing something pretty cool. We are going to look at the top 10 selling motorcycles of 2024 here in the United States. We're not using opinion. We're not using my eye. We're not using our buddy's opinion. Oh, this bike's great or anything. We're going by numbers. What did America like in 2024? And the way to do that is to find out the sales numbers, and there's your answer. So that's exactly what we did. Let's get into it. Now, when we start this list, a lot of bikes are going to kind of surprise you. Like this first one at number 10, I thought would be much higher. I actually was surprised that it was this low on the list, but hey, numbers don't lie. So at number 10, kicking it off is the classy yet fierce 1200cc, classic lines and yet modern technology, the Triumph T120 Bonneville. Right? Number 10, you thought they would have sold a lot more, but they sold about 11,000 units. And those bikes come in at roughly $12,000, so it's a pretty good deal for what you're getting. I've owned a couple of Triumphs. They are awesome bikes. The new ones, it seems like they've made a push. They're bringing out bikes that people really like. There it is. Number 10 on our list is the Triumph T120 Bonneville. All right, coming in at a hot number 9, and I do mean hot because the cylinder heads got really hot and sometimes they didn't continue to move. But a lot of people love them, so I'm not dogging it. But their company is in a bit of turmoil right now too, but coming in at number 9 is the KTM 390 Duke. So they did about 15,000 units approximately here in the United States this year, which puts it in 9th place, which really surprises me. I have not seen a lot of those out on the roads, and the ones that I have seen out on the road are either ripping with some 120-pound kit on it, or they're in a shop broken. And they come in at about under $6,000, so I think they are pretty appealing to new riders. They're maybe not so as intimidating, and they are almost a 3/4 size bike compared to the other ones. So again, love or hate it, Duke 390 is in at number 9. All right, and at number 8, we have a bike that I knew was going to be on the list somewhere. It's far too popular. You see way too many of them out there. There are guys that have dedicated their lives to this bike. There's many versions of it over the years, and that is the V-Strom 650 from Suzuki. This year in the US, they did about 18,000 sales of that bike. And those 18,000 bikes are still going to be on the road 15 years from now, probably with about 65,000 miles and traveled through about 10 different countries. So interesting that it's at number 8, but totally expected that it'd be on the list. Currently, they're priced around $9,000, so still a great value for a new bike that you know is going to last, has a proven track record, and is probably one of the most dependable bikes on the planet. All right, sliding in to the number 7 spot is a bike from a company that's been around as long as dirt. And it's not Harley Davidson. That's right, it's an Indian, and it's the Indian Scout Bobber. That hits us at number 7. They sold about 20,000 units last year, and that's pretty awesome because Indian has definitely made a pretty good, strong comeback. They have several bikes that are eye-turners. They're getting a good reputation of being reliable, and it seems like their customer service has been pretty good from what I've seen. You might have a different tale, but that's my experience with them. $13,249. It's coming in at a pretty mid-range bike. You're definitely not a beginner buying that bike, but the performance is great. The looks are great. So that's the Indian Scout Bobber at number 7. Okay, at number 6, this one's not a surprise. You see them everywhere. They're kind of like the intro to adventure bikes, but also reliable. They can travel comfortably at 80 miles an hour on the highway and get you around. It is the Honda CBX 500, or CB 500X, I guess is the proper way of saying it. All around great bike. It's like a beginning adventure bike. It's a little parallel twin. And for $7,200, you're getting a bike that's completely capable of touring the United States. So I understand why it's getting up on the list. But they sold, again, about 22,000 units here in the United States. And I'm sure we'll be seeing another version of that next year. All right, coming in at number 5, and from one of the other oldest motorcycle manufacturers here in the United States, kind of a sad one because we're never going to see this again, at least this version of it. And that is the Harley-Davidson Sportster S. In 2024, they sold around 25,000 units here in the United States. And it has a wonderful motor, the Revolution Max engine, which is brilliant. Phil got a new Harley at the shop. We got to ride it, and that engine is wonderful. It makes the 2005 Harley I'm riding right now seem very sloppy. But the new motors are really smooth, really nice. If you haven't ridden a new Harley, I wouldn't dog them until you rode one. They're really nice bikes. But about 15 grand to get yourself into that bike. So again, not a beginner's bike, but right there at number 5. And unfortunately, I think Harley Davidson killed the Sportster. So if you're into it, go find one of those because you're not going to find a 2025. All right, zooming into 4th place is the versatile, reliable, and fun Yamaha MT-07. Now, I see these bikes everywhere, MT-07, MT-09, MT-10, and they are just fairly good-looking bikes. They handle great. They have great Yamaha quality. So I understand why they're up there in 4th place. At $8,100, it's a solid deal and still affordable for newer riders or even like the 20-somethings on their second bike. So it makes it a great bike for that because they can get the thrill of the performance, keep the price tag low. But because of all those features, Yamaha sold about 30,000 of those last year in the United States. So pretty popular bike. Coming in at number 3 is a bike that if you've passed a Starbucks, if you've passed any place that old white men go and sit on Sunday mornings and have coffee, you've seen these bikes. They've been around forever. They are one of the biggest, most popular motorcycles in this segment to ever exist, thanks to several times around the world on TV shows with your favorite Jedi. That's right, it's the BMW GS 1250. And I did say 1250. Now I know BMW came out with the 1300 in the 4th quarter of 2024. But BMW still managed to sell 33,000 plus in 2024. That's right, a new model looming. They told people about the new model and they still sold 33,000 units of the old one. Well done, BMW. You have people suckered, including me. I own a BMW. I'm not hating on them. It's fine. I don't own a GSA though. So give me a little credit. And number 2, this one's shocking with all the different bikes. But again, these are numbers. These are not style or anything like that. But if you were going to sell 40,000 units of a bike last year, you were selling a Honda Rebel 1100. That's right. If you ever listen to the Cleveland Moto podcast, we say it's not the most attractive bike, but the Honda Rebel will get you home. The 250, the 750, the 1100, always a great bike. And apparently other people think so too. At about $9,400, it's fairly affordable. You can make some payments on it if you really want to do that. A used one is very affordable. It comes in as a good second bike market kind of thing where you have enough cc's to ride comfortably on the highway, take a long trip, and still not break the bank. So well done, Honda. At number 2, the Honda Rebel 1100 with 40,000 plus units in the United States. Okay, and without further ado, at number 1, this bike, this is interesting. I've seen them everywhere, but I had no idea that they were this popular. Last year, this manufacturer sold over 46,000 units in the United States alone. So I don't even know how much it would be all over the world. It's a fairly modern styled bike, so I think it appeals generally across the board to young kids through older guys or whatever. It's a 650cc bike, so it's right in that pocket of giving you good performance, decent gas mileage, and can be a great commuter bike, but also get fun in the twisties. And this bike is the Kawasaki Z650. Yeah, the 650, the Z650, not the Z900, not a Ninja, not any of that, the Z650. And I understand it, the price is under $8,000 for a brand new bike. So you're appealing to the younger guys with the modern styling, you're appealing to some of the commuters and older guys with all the modern brakes and fuel injection. So for under $8,000, you're getting a well laid out, well handling, reliable Kawasaki. And it shows, 45,000 units sold. So that's your number 1 here in the United States. The Kawasaki Z650 is the bike. All right, guys, and that was it. That was the top 10 best-selling motorcycles of 2024 here in the United States. All done by facts and figures, no opinions at all. But If you think those facts and figures are wrong, if you think Americans are dumb for buying those bikes and you have a better bike that we should have bought, let us know down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. All right, we have some more of this kind of content coming out soon. We're putting some thought and time into this, and I think they're going to be kind of fun. So if it works, it ain't dumb. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.